Hello students, welcome to Civil Class English. Today we are going to study fourth poem of first flight book, and the name of the poem is How to Tell Wild Animals. This poem is a very humorous poem, but it has a moral lesson behind it. First of all, let us learn something about the poetess who has composed this beautiful poem. This present poem has been composed by the great poetess Caroline Wells, who was born on June 18, 1862, New Jersey, US, and she died on March 26, 1942, New York, US. She has been a very prolific American writer who has been always remembered largely for her popular mysteries, children's books, and humorous verses. Now, in this poem, she has told how to identify, how to tell means identify, how to recognize wild animals, as wild animals are very dangerous. They hunt many people every year and at any time. So that is why the poetess has given in this poem how to recognize the wild animals so that we may save our life from them. Now let us see the explanation of the poem. As the poetess tells here in the first starting stanza, she tells that if you should go by chance to jungles in the east, she tells that if you ever get a chance to go to the jungles of the eastern areas, eastern side, then what? If there should to you advance means comes forward. If any animal comes towards you, a large and tawny beast, and if you see that that animal is very large animal, very powerful, tawny beast, beast means wild animal, and tawny means yellow brown color. That animal is yellow brown colored animal and very dangerous, and if he roars at you as you are dying, and if he roars at you and it seems as if you will die, you are dying means you will die, you will know, you at once you must recognize, you may know, you can know that it is the Asian lion. You must recognize that it is not any another animal, not any another wild animal, but a Asian lion. You must recognize that he is confirmed that he is Asian lion, no any another wild animal. So in this way, in this stanza, she has given how to understand and how to identify a lion. Suppose he comes before us suddenly. Suppose anybody is wandering in the forest, going through the jungles, and any tawny beast, any yellow brown colored animal comes before him, he must recognize that he is not any another animal but an Asian lion. Now next stanza. Or if sometime when roaming round, in the next stanza, second stanza, the poetess describes the qualities and virtues of other beasts. She tells, or if sometimes, suppose sometimes when roaming round, you are taking round, you are roaming and wandering. Roaming means walking, wandering. A noble wild beast greets you. Suppose you are roaming in the forest. You are going through or passing through a forest, and a noble wild beast greets you. Any noble wild animal greets. Greets means welcomes you. Greets means welcomes you with black stripes, and that animal has black colored stripes. धारियाँ उसके ऊपर हैं black colored की. As it has been shown in the picture, जैसा कि ये पिक्चर में दर्शाया गया है. On a yellow ground, and its background, the background of that animal is yellow colored. Main body is yellow colored and there are stripes over him. Just notice if he eats you, and you may notice that he is going to eat you. This simple rule may help you learn. The poetess tells here that I am providing you very simple rule and regulation by which you can save your life if you recognize, if you identify that the Bengal tiger to discern. If you identify, discern means identify. If you identify, if you understand that any animal is coming, then you must recognize that he is no any another animal, no any another beast, but the Bengal tiger. He is Bengal tiger. You must recognize. आपको तुरंत समझ जाना चाहिए कि वह कोई दूसरा जानवर नहीं है, वह बंगाल टाइगर है. तो बंगाल टाइगर की आइडेंटिफिकेशन कवित्री ने सेकंड स्टैंजा में दिया. नाउ लेट अस सी थर्ड स्टैंजा. If strolling forth means going or walking forward. Suppose you are going forward, strolling, walking in the forest, and a beast you view. You view means you see. Suppose you see any wild animal. Beast means wild animal whose hide with spots is peppered. And if you see that he is peppered means covered. If his body is covered with different spots, there are spots, he is hidden with spots. As soon as he has left on you, as soon as he left means second form of leap verb. As soon as he comes before you and leaps over you, you will know it is the leopard. You must recognize that he is no any another animal. It is no any another beast but a leopard. ये कोई दूसरा जानवर नहीं है, केवल है तो leopard है. It will do no good to roar with pain. He will only lap and lap again. The poetess tells here that it will do no good to roar. It will not roar over you, neither roar nor cry with pain. It will neither roar, it will not make any roaring sound. Ferocious sound will not be made by him. Neither ferocious sound will be made, nor any paining sound will be made by him. He will only lap and lap again. He will only jump over you and try its best to capture you, catch you. You must recognize that he is no any another animal but a leopard. इस प्रकार से कवित्री जी ने इस स्टैंजा में लेपर्ड को पहचानने के रूल रेगुलेशंस बताए हैं. नाउ लेट अस सी नेक्स्ट स्टैंजा. If when you are walking round your yard, she tells, suppose you are walking in your yard means in your green yard, in your backyard, you meet a creature there. आप किसी बैकयार्ड में टहल रहे हैं, and you meet a creature there, and suppose you meet any animal there, any creature there who hugs you very very hard, and suppose he hugs you means catches you very hardly, very very hardly. Be sure it is a bear. You must become sure and certain that it is no any other animal but a bear. आपको तुरंत समझ जाना चाहिए, वो चुपके से आएगा और आपको बहुत तेज़ी से पकड़ लेगा। तुरंत समझना चाहिए कि कोई दूसरा जानवर नहीं है बट ए बियर, एक रीछ है। इफ़ यू हैव एनी डाउट्स एंड इवन देन द पोएटेस टेल्स हियर दैट इफ़ यू हैव एनी डाउट एनी सस्पिशन आई गेस ही विल गिव यू जस्ट वन मोर caress. And if there is any suspicion in your mind, you are not identifying him, it is sure and certain there is a rule that he will give you just one more caress. Caress means loving touch. He will give you one more caress. उसके बाद भी अगर उसे पहचान नहीं पाए तो वह एक बार और आपको लविंग टच देगा, बहुत प्यारा सा टच देगा, वो आपको पकड़ेगा, आपको छुएगा। In this way you can recognize a bear also. In a humorous way she has told us how to know that a bear has come. Next stanza. Though to distinguish beasts of prey a novice might nonplus. In this stanza the poetess tells that to distinguish means to differentiate beast of prey, how to identify the animals of prey, those animals which are very dangerous, those who hunt so many people. इस पद्यांश में इन दिस स्टैंजा, इस स्टैंजा में कवित्री बताती हैं कि किस प्रकार से हम डिस्टिंग्विश कर सकते हैं, अंतर स्पष्ट कर सकते हैं। बीस्ट ऑफ प्रे, कौन कौन से बीस्ट, कौन से जानवर जो है वो शिकार करने वाले जानवर होते हैं, प्रे करने वाले, मीनिंग इज दोज हु आर वेरी डेंजरस एंड हंट पीपल। ए नॉविस माइट नॉन प्लस, she tells that a novice means a new man, a new personality will also not be confused. Non plus means might not be confused. The crocodile you always may tell from the hyena. Thus how to recognize a crocodile and hyena, किस प्रकार से क्रोकोडाइल और हाइना के बीच में हम अंतर स्पष्ट कर सकते हैं, कैसे पहचान सकते हैं कि हाइना आ गया या क्रोकोडाइल आ गया। उसकी पहचान कवित्री जी हमें बताती हैं, कैसे बताती हैं देखिए। हाइनाज कम विथ मेरे स्माइल्स, सी टेल्स दैट व्हेन एवर हाइनाज विल कम दे विल टेक मेरी स्माइल्स। मेरी मीन्स वेरी हैप्पी, जॉयफुल स्माइल्स, मुस्कुराते हुए बहुत प्रसन्नता से हाइनाज आते हैं। बट इफ दे वीप दे आर क्रोकोडाइल्स, बोथ आर बीस्ट ऑफ प्रे, दोनों शिकार करने वाले जानवर हैं, दोनों शिकारी हैं। लेकिन कवित्री जी बताती हैं कि यदि खुशी खुशी से मुस्कुराते हुए कोई जानवर आता है आपके सामने, आपके समक्ष, यू मस्ट रिकॉग्नाइज दैट ही मे बी हाइना। But if they weep, if any animal comes before you and he weeps, it is sure and certain that he will be crocodile. They will be crocodiles if they come by weeping before you in the jungle. You must recognize that these are beasts of prey, and in the same way you must try your best to save your life. Now, in the next stanza, the poetess describes, in the last stanza, she describes some another beautiful ways how to recognize chameleon. She tells the true chameleon is small. She tells that chameleon is also a wild animal, but it is very small. बहुत छोटा सा जानवर होता है chameleon. ए लिजार्ड सॉर्ट ऑफ थिंग, छिपकली के जैसा होता है। सॉर्ट मीन्स टाइप, इट इज़ लाइक ए लिजार्ड, एक लिजार्ड के जैसा होता है। He hasn't any ears at all, and chameleon has no ears on its head, and not a single wing. No any wing, कोई पंख भी नहीं होते. If there is nothing on the tree. At last, in the last concluding line, she describes and declares that if there is nothing on the tree, if there is no any another animal on the tree, it's the chameleon you see. Then she declares, she confirms that if there is no any another animal on the tree in the jungle, you must recognize that there may be a chameleon. तो निश्चित है वहाँ पे कैमिलियन गिरगिट होगा. In this way, we have come to the end of this poem. Explanation has been done. Now, let us see the poetic devices and rhyming scheme of the poem that has been used by the poetess here. In the first stanza, let us see the rhyming scheme of the poem that has been used by the poetess is A, B as chance ending word. If ever you should go by chance, chance word, and advance, third line. First line is rhyming to the third line, so both became A. And east and beast, both are rhyming together, so they became B. B, B. A, B, A, B, A, B, and dine and line, both are rhyming together, so that is why they became C, C. So in this way, all stanzas here also round, ground, A, and U, B, B. A, B, A, B. Now learn, discern, these two words are rhyming together, so they became C, C. So in this way, this stanza is also combined in the same rhyming scheme, A, B, C, C. In this way, all stanzas, this one also, bew, peppered, you, bew and you, both are rhyming, so they became A, and peppered, leopard, B, and pain again, C, C. Now next one, same rhyming scheme has been used here also, yard, there, hard, beer. So yard and hard became A, and there and beer became B. Here also gas, careless, C. Next stanza, pray, me, both are rhyming, so they became A. And non plus thus, B. And smiles, crocodiles, C. Now last stanza, let us see, small, all became A. Thing, wing, B. A and B. Now tray, C, both are rhyming together, so they became C. In this way, we have seen rhyming scheme, explanation, word meaning. Now let us see the poetic devices that are used here. If ever you should go by chance, here in starting line, O letter is very prominent here, so there is assonance here. Two jungles in the east, and if there should to you advance a large and tiny beast. Should word has been repeated here, so there is repetition also. Repetition. If he roars, here a roaring sound, so it means Anu Matupoya. Anu Matupoya, at you, as you are dying, you will know it is the Asian lion. Next poetic device that is used here. See, poetic license has been used. Poets have power to change the letters, change the words, and She has written here in short form, you are dying. At the place of dying, she has written here dying. She has changed the spelling. So that is why at the place of dying, she has written dyin. So that is why here also, you will. At the place of you will, she has written you'll. So in this way, she has used poetic license. Poetic license. Poetic license. In this stanza, see the poetic devices which are used. Roaming and round are letter have been repeated here nearby, that is why there is alliteration. Alliteration. A noble wild beast greets you. E letter is very prominent here. E letter. So that is why there is good use of assonance. Assonance. With black stripes on a yellow ground. With black stripes on a yellow ground. Just notice if he eats you. This simple rule may help you learn the Bengal tiger to discern. Now here, L letter. See here in this stanza, in this line, L letter is so much prominent. L. So there is very good use of consonants here. Consonants, very nice use of consonants. Next stanza. If he is strolling forth a beast you view, whose hide with his parts is peppered, whose hide, H letter, very prominent, that is why good use of alliteration. Alliteration. Whose hide, H letter, very prominent here, nearby used, so that is why alliteration. Next one. As soon as he has leapt on you, here leapt, second form of leap has been used here. So poetic license. The poet has changed the spelling, so that is why poetic license. License has been used. You will know it is the leopard. Here also poetic license. Poetic license. It will do no good to roar with pain. Here also at the place of it wills, yes, the poet has used T will. So there is also poetic license. Poetic license. He will only lap and lap. L letter is used here very nearby, so that is why there is repetition. Lap repeated here, so that is why repetition as well as repetition plus alliteration. Alliteration and repetition, both are used here. Now next stanza. If when you are walking round your yard, you meet a creature there. If when you are walking round your yard, you meet a creature there. Oh, here very good use of enjambment also, as poet has used no punctuation mark here, nothing. Up to here, no punctuation. So in these both lines, there is very good use of enjambment. Next poetic device which is used here by the poet, E letter is E. So that is why there is very nice use of assonance. Who hugs, H letter is very H Yes, so that is why alliteration. Here also alliteration. Alliteration, you very hard. Here also repetition. Repetition. Be sure it is a beer. If you have any doubts, I guess he will give you just one more caress. Here also poetic license. Poetic license. Next stanza now. Do to T letter used here very nearby. So that is why here also alliteration. Though to distinguish beasts of prey, a novice might non plus. Here also another poetic device, enjambment. Enjambment. A novice might non plus and yan letter here. Alliteration, very good use of alliteration also. Alliteration. The crocodile you always meet, tell from the hyenas. T. So there is also alliteration. Alliteration. Hyenas come with merry smiles, but if they weep, they are crocodiles. Here in last lines of this stanza, smiling, smile word has been used, and here weep also. So both are opposite words. So there, that is why there is good use of oxymoron. Oxymoron, because smile and weep both are contradictory words. So that is why oxymoron. Now, and another poetic device, here also poetic license. Next one. The true chameleon is small, a lizard sort of thing. He hasn't any ears at all. A letter is very prominent. A is very good use of alliteration. Alliteration. And not a single wing. If there is nothing on the tree. T letter. So there is also T. So that is why here also alliteration. Alliteration. It's the chameleon you see. Here also very good use of poetic license. Poet has used at the place of it is tis. So that is why here also poetic license. Poetic license. In this way, we have come to the end. We saw the explanation, rhyming scheme, and poetic devices that have been used here by Caroline Wells. So, in this way, thank you, students. Thank you for studying this poem, and for the next poem, we shall study next time. Thank you.